This is an LED camp light that is versatile, it is adjustable, and it's got a little secret that it surprised me. This is actually my second YouTube channel. My primary YouTube channel, which is a lot bigger than this one, is all about photography and mobile photography, and I do review a lot of gear on that channel. But what I'll tell you is I approach the gear that I review here on this channel in exactly the same way. I get the product, I test the product. If the product does everything that the manufacturer says it's going to do, and it fits with what I think you guys actually want, I'll do a video. Sometimes I get paid for it, sometimes I do not. Sometimes the gear is payment, sometimes it's a financial payment. But what I can tell you is that I have a box sitting there in my home studio at home that's full of rubbish crap that I've been sent, and it doesn't do what I think it should do. And in those cases, I contact the manufacturer and just say, take it back, or I'll just throw it away. I don't do a video for it. So if you see a video on this channel, it's because I think the product is good. This is the Navsight camp light, LED camp light. And if you're looking for an area light for your campground, think of this like one of those old gas lanterns that you used to put on a pole on your gas bottle and it would light up the entire camp area. This does that. It's constructed of ABS plastic, although it feels kind of metal. It definitely feels well made. On the front of it here, you've got the branding up the top. Underneath that, you've got the main LED array. Underneath this one, you've got another lot of LEDs here. We'll talk about those in a second. The main LED array is indented, so it protects it, so you can drop this on the ground and it won't break. Inside here, it's threaded, and we'll talk about that in a second. On the top, there's a little rubber grommet there that will cover up these two USB points here. This here is something that I didn't expect to see on a light. Once this is charged up, you can actually use this as a power bank. And at a 1500 milliamp battery, this is going to charge your, say you have an iPhone 15 Pro Max, it's going to charge it about 4.5 times before this thing's flat. So it's got a good battery in it. On the back, this is how you actually use this thing. There are two dials here. One is for the white light, one is for the amber light. You turn and it increases the brightness. That's the amber one, obviously, and the white one will do the same. You can turn them both on and get a mixture, but all you're going to do with that is just chew your battery down very fast. It's fully adjustable from 160 lumens up to 1500 lumens in brightness. The color temperature can be adjusted from 2700 Kelvin up to 6500 Kelvin. That is the bright white and the amber lights, if you're not sure what I'm talking about there, as well as a separate LED cluster for red lights. And that's the red lights just under there. On the back here, you've got this button right there. You hit that button and there's some red LED lights. The battery that's in here is a 13500 milliamp battery, and on the website it says that it will last between 5 hours and 39 hours, depending obviously on how bright you make that light and how long you leave it on for at that brightness. So if you turn both of these up full noise, it's going to last about 5 hours. On the back here, you've got some LED lights here, little LED gauge. I've charged this once and I've used this on 3 different weekends camping, and it's only lost 1 bar. And you remember how I was talking about this here being threaded? This is threaded for this diffuser, and this comes with it. This simply screws into this, and instead of being this direct light, now we have a light that's very nicely diffused, and you can mount this in the middle of your campsite and it will light up a very large area because of this diffuser. It's bloody ingenious. When we think about how to mount this, there's a few different ways. One, this plate here, because it's flat, you can sit that on a table and it's not going to go anywhere. And this here is also angled, it's hinged, so you could set this up just like that on your table. It will light up the whole lot. You can play a game of cards, things like that on there. Another way is this little carabiner here. It just clips in like that, and you can mount it onto things just like that and have it hanging from your awning and light up your entire awning. Another way is this whole area here is a magnet, and if you didn't have lights on your vehicle and you wanted it set up a different way, you could easily mount this, well, right like that onto your vehicle. It is, you may have heard that when it went on there, this is like it's not soft, but it's not scratchy, so it's not going to ruin your paint job, if you like. And the main way that I like to use it is with a light stand. Because I'm a photographer, I have a few of these, and if you were going to get one of these lights as an area light for your campsite, I would encourage you to go and get a cheap one of these. They do actually sell tripods for this, but they're not going to get as high as this. So underneath here you've got a 1/4 inch threaded drive, just like on the bottom of most cameras, and that can screw straight into this light stand here. So now I've got this set up. You put this into your campsite, undo that, bring that up, loosen this one off, bring it up even higher. Now all of a sudden at night we can turn this white light on, bugs will go up to that, but it will still light a great big area. It's a fantastic light, I'm very happy with it. It's rated at IPX5, which as in the waterproof rating, which means you can hit it with a gurney. So if you were someone who, like, I don't know, left it stuck on the side of your camper trailer because you've been testing it and you didn't notice it there when you started gurneying off your trailer, it won't damage it. The pros of this light is, one, it's nice and bright, but not squinty bright. You're not going to look at it at night and go, oh, it's hurting my eyes. It's a nice soft light across your entire campsite. It's very good for that. The dimmable, the dials at the back, I like that as well. This is because it's a customizable thing. Cons of this is it's a little heavy for what it is. I think it's like 700 grams. I'll put it down the bottom there. It's fairly heavy for what it is. And it's a little expensive for what it is. I think this is 140 odd Australian dollars. Although, since reviewing this and getting specs off the website, I've actually added one to the cart to test a code word that they actually sent me, so you can get a 20% discount. That's the code word there. Just put that in at checkout and you get a 20% discount. However, every time I've added one to the cart, there seems to be like an ongoing sale on this website. You get it for about $110. For $110, it's a bit more palatable than $140 something dollars. Is it worth it? I'd say it's worth it if this is specifically what you want. There are other options out there, but this is, well, it's a bloody good light. It is, however, one of those sorts of things that you'll see on a shelf in a store and you'll go immediately, that's too bloody expensive, I don't want it. But now that I've actually had time to spend with it and play with it and use it, I do think it's worth it. It's a bloody good light. In fact, it's probably one of the best camp lights I've used. But it is one. You're paying for one, but it's a bloody good one.